Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a little bit. I was in South Korea for a month visiting my in-laws, and while that was completely awesome and I had so much fun, I am excited to get back and start filming. I wanted to start at the end of February. That's kind of what I said in my community tab. I had like the worst jet lag coming back, and I, for the life of me, could not stay up during the day, and then I'd stay up all night, and then I had like a body ache, and I was just not in great shape. I'm all good now. I'm ready to start listening to more amazing OSTs, particularly the best OSTs. Eons ago, I had posted on my community tab and asked you all, what's your favorite video game music of all time? Songs, I mean, not just soundtracks, because a lot of you guys were posting general soundtracks, which is awesome too for like the future, but I wanted to look at like songs in particular that people really liked. So I've compiled this playlist of the quote-unquote best video game music, which obviously is subjective, but this is just kind of what I saw people commenting, and I tried to pick the ones that people either doubled up on or had a lot of, thumbs up. It looks like a pretty good mix of stuff, so I'm excited to look at it all. The first one we have today is from Donkey Kong Country 2, which I saw commented multiple times. Classic Donkey Kong games have very good music, so I've heard. It sounds so nostalgic, even though I've never heard it. This chord progression is so nice. Oh, now there's a little lead. It's so, like, emotional sounding. I'm sure this, like, touches a lot of people, this song. Oh, that's a pretty chord. It's building. Back to the beginning, this time with a beat. That chord is so nice. I love just like the color of this, the sound of it. It's like touching my heart. It's like so emotional sounding. Is this an emotional game? I wouldn't picture it as one. But I know people are very attached to this soundtrack. Pretty call and answer, and then back to the beginning. It's very unexpectedly beautiful. I can definitely see why that's a favorite for many of you guys. Like I said, I've seen it mentioned so many times over. The original Donkey Kong Country OSTs are just very legendary, and it evokes something in you, It makes you feel some type of way. It kind of makes me feel sad though, like you know how nostalgia kind of makes you feel bittersweet? That's how I feel listening to this. Absolutely amazing, but like I said, we have a mix in this list, so the Donkey Kong song is very different from this one, but they're both equally amazing to listen to. So the next one we have is probably going to be a little more chill, I'm guessing. It's from LITTLEBIGPLANET, and it's called The Land of Marianne. This has sort of a whimsical, childlike sound. A lot of sort of sound effects. It kind of reminds me of like a Christmas, like a children's movie. Polar Express vibes. We'll see where it goes. It's very kind of timid and soft now. It's a cuckoo clock. Sort of a music box sound. It's very childlike, like I said. Female vocalist has a really pretty, clear voice. There's like no vibrato. And then the cuckoo clock is the melody here. Oh, it is kicking off. Yeah, it's like a waltz feel. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Waltzes always feel so whimsical and, you know, fantastic. Actually, this kind of reminds me of the Bloodborne song a little bit with the choir. Just maybe a softer version. It's definitely more of a different choice, but I think it's really cool. Seems very fitting for that kind of game. This song is called Corridors of Time, and I've seen this mentioned so many times. I am very excited to see what this sounds like. I mean, judging by the art, it's definitely the guy who made Dragon Ball. This isn't what I expected. Really pretty. It sounds so like kind of traditional and old-timey. But it's really catchy in the way that it's arranged. Because essentially you're just dealing with a few chords, but they're adding all these really cool elements on top of it. And that bass is awesome. And I like the kind of steel drummy sort of sound. I'm not sure what that is. That's just like very constant and keeping it driving. I don't know, that one was kind of not what I was expecting, but I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like when it first came in, I thought, why is this one so praised and so loved? But as it kept playing, I see the charm in it, and I really like the sound of that one. I've heard Chrono Trigger in general has just an amazing OST, although I do see Corridors of Time mentioned the most usually, but I would like to check out more from that soundtrack because that had like a certain kind of feeling to it, you know? It kind of gave me the same feeling as the Donkey Kong one. Speaking of which, we have one more from Donkey Kong Country, Aquatic Ambience. Wow. This might sound more Even more nostalgic than the last one. It's very ambient, as the title suggests. That echoing piano is just so emotional. Oh my god, it's the... Okay, I had no idea. I always heard this on the videos where it would be like school in the 2000s and then it would play this song and it was like showing how school was during that time or how life was for kids that grew up in the early 2000s or the late 90s. That makes so much sense that it was from this game. Oh my god, I have heard the song then. Once it got to that kind of chorus area, I'm shook right now. Why would they make like an underwater level so emotional? And when you pair it with like those videos of like childhood, it's literally making me cry a little. Because sometimes I'd watch those and like, honestly, I would tear up a little because I missed that time in my life. And something about this music, like, it touches that exact part of my brain, and clearly with other people too. The fact that this was always used to, you know, evoke nostalgia in everyone. It's so beautifully written. That was really emotional. So if something is making you feel this much from just a song, yeah, it definitely deserves to be on the list of the best VGM. I definitely saw that one mentioned a lot, and yeah, I have to agree. That made me feel so much. And I don't know if it's because it just was connected to those videos, but something about the composition and just the way it sounds, and it touched my heart a little bit. So let's do something a little more upbeat. This is from Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm pretty sure this is going to be upbeat. It's called You Will Know Our Names. I was hoping there'd be a couple on here that I know, and I do know this one. It's from Persona 5, but looking at the title, I can't remember how this one goes, so maybe I haven't heard it. I don't recognize it yet. Interestingly, this is the song I saw recommended the most from Persona 5, because I knew there'd be some Persona 5 that you guys were talking about, but I thought it would be like Last Surprise or something like that. Oh, I have heard this. Whoever the singer is, she's so legendary. Man, when this game came out, I could not believe the soundtrack. It was just mind-blowing. It still is. I love her English too. Yeah, that's cool. They changed the chords under that part. Yeah, I don't think I ever... Ooh. Sorry for talking over that. Can I hear that again? The strings, man. It's so perfect for like the Phantom Thieves because it's so like badass and mysterious. I mean, you cannot go wrong with Persona 5. It's one of the best OSTs in my opinion. I'm always a big fan of Persona music, but Persona 5 was just like so groundbreaking to me when it came out. The gameplay and just the design of everything was like so stylish. I couldn't believe it was like a playable game because everything was so streamlined and beautiful, and the music was just like such a big part of it. I've always been super fond of the music that plays when you're just like at what's the name of the goddamn coffee shop where the protagonist lives, LeBlanc or something I believe it's called. Of course, these like really hype awesome battle songs are super cool too. Sorry about the change of clothes and look and everything. I've been filming between like working, and I thought I could get a full video film before I had to go do an event, but I couldn't, so we're just continuing now. It's a couple days later. I'm a little congested, but hopefully that's not too distracting. This is called God Shattering Star. Very dramatic. I thought this was Latin, but is it Latin? This like composition sounds like it would be sung in Latin, but ooh. This is cool. It's got a great like driving force. Ooh, that's a pretty chord. This progression's kind of like a Baroque, sort of like Baroque pop almost. I'm not like well versed in Latin, but I was in a choir and pretty much everything we sang in choir was Latin, and this doesn't quite sound right. It's very epic though. This is kind of what I think of when I think of the best video game music, you know? I love that triplet rhythm. Just absolutely amazing. This is really different. The whole vibe's kind of changing now. Got a lot of like syncopation. Damn. Strings and the piano together. Wonderful chord changes under that single note that the vocalist sang. If you just had me pick one of the best VGMs of all time, like this would have to be up there because it's so amazingly like cinematic and just epic, and that's like what I want to hear when I play a video game. I want to get hyped like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good like Buck Bumble theme too, but absolutely amazing. This sounds like a battle theme. Okay. Pokemon Lunch? It totally sounds like a Pokemon battle theme. Ooh. Man, the organ sounds really Pokemon-y too. I don't mean to compare this to Pokemon. I don't even know what this is. I've never heard of this game. I would assume it's an RPG though. Okay. Cool little horn part. Yeah. Nice little trumpet screech in there behind the two electric guitars. Got some cool percussion too. Take me out to the ball game. It's like the organ and the electric guitar are just fighting. That part's so cool. Super awesome battle theme. I assume it's a battle theme. It kind of sounds like a boss fight or something. I remember back in high school, Undertale was really big. I just never got into it for whatever reason. So the one that I saw recommended was Death by Glamour, which sounds very fabulous. It's already so pretty. You know, these like JRPG kind of games, they always have such good music. Love the pad underneath. Pretty bass line too. Wow. Ooh. Just modulating left and right. I love the rhythms here. I wonder if this is kind of a weird time signature. You can never have enough strings, or just like that orchestra sound is so addictive. This is like the second movement, maybe. Ooh. There's a choir. Is this in Latin? Just think everything's in Latin. This actually sounds like maybe Latin. I love choral music. Something about it, man. It takes you to like a different dimension. Now this is sort of echoing the choral part, but with instruments. Killer strings. The choir joins back in. It's just so angelic. So many moving parts here. I never heard of this SORA no Kiseki. Like I said, I don't know if it's exclusive to Japan. I'm not sure, but very, very beautiful soundtrack. Absolutely insane. Next up is from Gran Turismo 4, the real driving simulator. I've seen this mentioned a lot on my R4 Ridge Racer video, and people said this soundtrack is good as well. That's the thing, like, I don't know what it is about, you know, 90s and 2000s fighting games and racing games, but they always had great soundtracks. Arcade mode. Ooh. Wow. It's so pretty. It's so 70s. Disco. This could be called Death by Glamour too, honestly. Yeah, they got that bass line right. What's going up the scale there? A French horn? An artificial French horn, perhaps? We got a flute, though. Hell yeah. Yes. Love me a flute solo. This makes me want to race. I have a feeling though, just judging by the title, arcade mode, it's probably a, you know, like a menu or something in the game. Which, like, they went all out, if this is menu music. Pretty octaves there. The little wah-wah is so fun. Oh, Shibar. Oh, sorry. Still a little bit congested, yeah. I mentioned in the first part of this video that I had just gotten over getting sick, and yeah, I got sick again with a different sickness, so that's why I'm still hanging on to some of that. Wow. Just that initial chord progression is so, like, kind of J ballad. Ooh. Sounded like something out of a Hayao Miyazaki movie. Like I said, I love a good orchestra piece.
Especially when they got all these amazing like woodwind sounds. Listen to all those woodwinds working. I want to hear that chord progression again that was at the beginning. This is very cinematic too. Nice little resolution. Here we go. Again. Oh, now the vocalist is back too. Do it again. So beautiful. This is so cool. Oh, amazing. I totally love that one. It really illustrates that idea that I mentioned in my SA2 rating video, if you watched that. You know, one of my favorite songs from SA2 is the like last scene, and the reason I love it is it has just such a simple melody line, but the like chord changes underneath are what really drive it and make it so like emotional and make you feel all these things. And I feel like that was the same kind of thing, same idea, where melodies kind of just, but you have these like wonderful changes and all this stuff going on underneath that just like illustrates it so beautifully. Like, you don't need this crazy melody or anything like that to make you like feel like you're gonna cry. That was super emotional. Like that chord progression is just so emotional and like sentimental, I guess. That's like the main theme, I guess, when you open the game. So what a great way to start a game with that beautiful song. Oh, I think it's just a piano piece. It's so simple, but it's so pretty. I like that it's just a piano, nothing else. Quite a contrast to the previous song. And then it loops. Yeah, quite simple compared to a lot of the other stuff on here, but like I said, it's all up to what you think is the best, and I wanted to hear from you guys. A nice little piano tune. I liked that. Had to throw a Kirby one in here. Got like a Rhodes piano or an E piano. Oh shit. I didn't expect this to be like jazzy. Super sick electric piano. Ooh. Then we got a real piano. Is Kirby music jazzy? Or does this say... Is this an exception? Because I knew Kirby was cool, but I didn't know he was this cool. You hear that cool bass line? Kind of hard to hear it under the kick-ass piano. Did they just tell the composers, like, the snow level is gonna be like freeform jazz? Do what you will. Improvise a crazy solo. I'm glad they did. Ooh. You hear that tasty clash? Why is this song so unnecessarily cool? Hell yeah. Electric guitar and piano in unison there. Alright, Kirby's the coolest. The trumpet man. Nice trumpet solo. Sorry. Oh my god, that slap bass. Oh, that was cool. Love the trumpet and piano together. That's so fun. That was really cool. I think Splatoon music is so fun, so goofy. I don't know if they're all quite this goofy, but the trumpet player was great, as was the pianist. Very creepy. Okay. Got an 80s kind of vibe. Didn't expect this. Those drums are so 80s. It sounds like Michael Jackson or something. Cool jazz guitar. Nice little progression there. This is more spooky. I wouldn't picture this in a Castlevania game. Maybe I just haven't heard enough from Castlevania. Everything I've heard has been kind of serious, and this just sounds so like lighthearted. This part's giving like, you know, the meme of like the 90s weather channels and how the music was so fire, and it always had like a jazz guitar. That's what it reminds me of. Man, the percussion though is so like 80s. Someone wants attention if you couldn't tell. Hey, I'm trying to film over here. It seems out of place to me, although maybe I'm just not knowing the context. Maybe it really works where it's at. Unexpected, but really enjoyable. I really liked it. I think still I like other songs from Castlevania more, like the songs I've heard thus far. I will be checking out Castlevania's soundtrack at some point because God knows, it's a great one. Okay, just this chord progression sounds so like anime, J-pop. Ooh, yeah. Again, got that backbeat that's so prominent in anime music. Okay. This is a really solid song. Is this like the opening, I wonder? It's very cool. It's very like captivating, this part. That's so like Japanese, I guess you could say. Just awesome chord progression. So emotional, but so like driving and catchy. Yeah, resolves there. That's what I love about, like, I guess quote unquote anime music. This isn't anime, but it's like a JRPG or something. They always put in kind of a sentimental sounding melody, but they'll have that driving backbeat on 2 and 4. And it just gives it this whole other vibe that's like, I'm not gonna give up, I'm gonna do my best. Like, it kind of gives that feeling. That's one of the things I really, really love about Japanese music. And this is quite a contrast. This is very kind of ballad. Also has kind of a waltz 3/4 time. Yeah, makes it, every time it's in 3/4, it always sounds so like fantasy, that kind of thing. It's kind of giving like Harry Potter, which is not a bad thing. It's very pretty. Just perfect, clear. Absolutely beautiful vocalist. Sounds very young. There's like no vibrato. She just has this perfectly clear voice. This is not Latin. I can tell you that much. I'm not sure what language this is though. They have that shaker too. Man, I could listen to her sing all day. That touched my heart, man. Her like perfect pitch with all the orchestra. I love the direction they went with that, with the, I'm guessing, child singer. She sounded so young. You know, when you have a singer who's so young and before they kind of develop that vibrato, it just makes their voice so perfectly clear. It's so addicting to listen to when, you know, you have children who are able to sing like that. Kind of a random example, but I always think of in Sweeney Todd, Not While I'm Around. Like, that song makes me cry because his voice is just so innocent and lovely. Yeah, it always adds this like really pretty kind of ethereal touch to a song. And of course the composition of that, like the waltz style, is just makes it even more magical sounding. Very magical. Is that a soprano sax? Damn, this is cool. Yeah. Shit. It has no business being this cool. This part's so sick. You got those big band horns answering. Ooh. Yeah. Man, you guys recommended some bangers. I mean, I knew they'd be good, but these are like so freaking cool. That walking bass. Just listen to the answering horns in the back. And then this part, like the rhythm section is killing it in the back. How freaking cool. Like, there's so much shit going on in that that music. And finally, the last one tonight is one that's kind of very nostalgic to me, from Super Smash Bros. Melee, Fountain of Dreams. Yeah, this stage, I always loved it in Melee, and I think it was mainly because of the music. I always really loved the music in Temple and Fountain of Dreams. It's been a while since I've heard it, but I used to listen to it on my iPod, so... Yeah. Starts with that oboe, and the clarinet answers. So pretty. I love that piano down in the lower register. harmony with the clarinet and the oboe is just heavenly. And the cool ass percussion that makes it so like. You hear those trills? Listen for the trills in the back. Just beautifully composed, this song. Props to that clarinetist. Because God knows when I was in band, ain't no way. Melee is one of the very first games that I just played, and I was like hooked on the music and all the levels, and it just never got old to listen to because it was just so amazingly done. I do apologize again for sounding a bit mannish in the second part of the video. I try to get over this cold so I can, you know, film a little bit more. I don't mind filming with the cold, it's just I sound like I'm bored, which I promise I'm not. I know it was 3 months ago, but thank you to everybody who commented, and I'm sorry I couldn't include everybody, but I didn't want this video to go on for eons. I think like 4,000 of you have been here, have joined since my last upload, so that's crazy. Welcome, and thank you for coming, and if you have any soundtracks you'd like me to listen to, please leave them below. I do have a list going, and you know, it might take me a while to get to it, but I'm always open to it. If you have any just specific tracks you think I'd like based on what I liked in this video, let me know. That's it for tonight. Thanks guys for tuning in and for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.